Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Top Crypto Bull here once again to give you your daily Bitcoin and crypto update. Let's get right into it. Well guys, I hope you guys are happy. Today has been a good day so far. It's a good day for stocks and Bitcoin and cryptos. The S&P 500 is up 3% up for the day. Actually 3.28% up for the day. It's at 5,844. So that's pretty good for stocks. And Bitcoin is actually down a little bit. It's down 1.90% down for the day. But it did top off today at $105,787. It topped off when in the middle of the night when Scott Bessent, from Geneva, Switzerland, he gave the good news. Where basically, he gave the good news basically that that the USA and the China negotiators, they came to an agreement, and they're gonna drop tariffs for 90 days. So for the next 90 days, both the USA and China are gonna drop tariffs 115%. So the US is gonna put tariffs after the drop is only gonna be on China. The tariffs on China for the US is only gonna be 30%, and China is gonna impose only 10% tariffs on the U.S. because before the 90-day tariff cuts of 115%, the USA was charging China 145%, but now after the 115% tariff cut, it's only going to be 30%, and vice versa. China is only going to charge them 10%, only going to charge USA 10%, but before they were charging them 125%. So that's pretty good news. The markets like this, so that's why the S&P 500 is up 3.28% up in a day. And you know how crypto is? It's always buy the rumor, sell the news. So Bitcoin has already been going up for the last month, and especially on Thursday. Bitcoin had a big old green candle on May 8th after Donald Trump. He announced on his conference that he was having with the Prime Minister of the UK when he made his first trade deal with the UK. During the conference, he announced, to everybody to buy stocks. He's like, buy stocks, basically signaling, for the markets to go green. He said that, the USA was going to have the best economy in the world, and he told everybody to buy stocks, and that, Thursday, May 8th, during that conference, after he signaled everybody to buy stocks, we had a big old green day for stocks and crypto, especially for Bitcoin and crypto. Bitcoin went, had a big old massive green candle. It went all the way from, 96,000, all the way up to $104,176. So it had a big old green candle. So that's pretty good, so we've been going up a little while. And then on Friday, they announced that Scott Bessent was going to meet with the China negotiators in Geneva, Switzerland, in a neutral territory. But Trump was basically saying that they had the deal locked in ahead of time. So it's always buy the rumor, sell the news. So now we're getting a little bit of a pullback for Bitcoin. It's always a sell the news event. But it's not going to be like a big old crash or anything like that. It's only down like 2% down for the day. We topped off in the middle of the night at $105,787. And now we're at, at 102,000. Let's check, see with the big numbers here. We're at 102,256. We did go as low as 100,700 today. We did get a wick to 100,700. But we bounced back to 102,248 right now at the time of recording. Today's May 12th, Monday. So basically, we're just having a little bit of pullback for Bitcoin. But I wouldn't be looking for a big old retracement. Don't listen to the bears out there that we're gonna crash under 74K. That the bull run is over. That we're headed to the bear market. Definitely don't listen to the bears out there. I do believe the bull run is back on. And I do believe we're in the beginning of the altcoin season. So definitely, remain bullish in the market. Right now is the time to be bullish. Right now it's not the time to be bearish. I'm basically all in into my cryptos. Right now is the time to buy, altcoins. Again, not financial advice. Everything I say in my videos is just my opinion and what I'm doing. Nothing I say is financial advice. Don't buy or sell any coin because I say so or because anybody says so, and only invest in the markets where you're willing to lose. But I do believe it's basically time to buy altcoins. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance, we're basically correcting heavily on the Bitcoin dominance. Current Bitcoin dominance is 62.67. I do believe we topped off on May 7th. We topped off at 65.48%. We're basically dropping off the cliff. Today, May 12th, we did get as low as 62.24%. We bounced back a little bit right now. We're at 62.67. But look at these big old red bars. We're basically dropping off the cliff on the Bitcoin dominance. And the lower it goes, the better it is for the altcoins. I'm sure you guys have noticed in your favorite altcoins, some altcoins are mooning. I mean, you got, PopCat, it's up, like 7x from its low on April 7th of 9 cents. It's gotten as high as like 65 cents. Moodang is mooning, Pengu is mooning, Brett and Pepe and Whip, they're all starting to moon again. So, all the meme coins are mooning, all the altcoins, a lot of random altcoins are mooning, a lot of AI agents are mooning, even Pi Network is starting to moon again. Sui, is mooning. So, all the altcoins are pumping. So I definitely think it's the beginning of the true altcoin season. I thought the altcoin season was going to happen in March, but I guess I was wrong. Just like a bunch of, most of the YouTubers, most of the influencers, most of the crypto investors, we all thought that March was going to be the altcoin season. But, that's what the market maker loves to do. It likes to fool 99% of the people. And, just about everybody got fooled. The market maker delayed the altcoin season basically 2 months. The Trump tariffs started happening in February. So, we started dumping in February and March and April. And we basically bottomed out in April 7th. April 7th, basically. Here, let's look at the Bitcoin chart. See, if you look at the Bitcoin chart right here, we go to January 20, basically in the inauguration day, basically when Trump got inaugurated, Monday, January 2025, it marked the Bitcoin, local top, actually the all-time high. We topped off at $109,400 according to the Coinbase chart. And ever since then, we basically trended down, for like 2 months and 3 weeks, ever since from January 20th, all the way down to, let's see, when the bottom came in. The bottom came in, according to the Coinbase chart, it came in on April 7th, Monday, April 7th. It came in at $74,420. So that was the bottom, the local bottom here for in the Coinbase chart. But ever since April 7th, since that 74,420 price came in, from April 7th, we've been basically going up for Bitcoin for the last month and for altcoins too. We've been basically uptrending for the last month. From April 7th, from 74,420 till just today, May 12th, we topped off at $105,787 in the middle of the night, after Scott Bessent announced to the world that the China and USA have come to an agreement on a trade deal, and that basically marked the top for Bitcoin right now. And right now we're just having a retracement, and we're probably just going to retrace a little bit and get ready for the next leg up. Right now it's not the time to be bearish. I wouldn't be putting in shorts. I wouldn't be selling my Bitcoin or cryptos. Right now it's not the time to sell. Right now it's the time to buy Bitcoin or altcoins, whatever you're into. I'm already all into my microcap gems. I'm up massively because I bought most of my microcap gems at the local low in April 7, 8, 9, and 10. All of April I've been buying the local lows because some microcap gems, they bottomed out, in early April or in late April. That's what I've been buying, all my microcap gems. By the way, there's still some microcap gems that are still bottoming out. If you're interested, think about joining the Patreon. Having a sale right now, only $10 a month. Definitely, if you're looking for some good microcap gems under $1 million market cap. I'm already up massively on the my microcap gems. I bought under $1 million market cap. So definitely, I'm thinking about joining the Patreon. Only $10 a month right now. The link is in the description. Is patreon.com/Top Crypto Bull. So yeah, definitely, we've been uptrending, and right now I think we're just in a small correction. But I don't think the correction is gonna last too long. It might last a couple of days or a few days. It might last a week or two. But I do believe we're in the beginning of the parabolic bull run for Bitcoin, and I do believe we're in the beginning for the true altcoin season. We're in the beginning phase of the parabolic bull run for the altcoins as well. So definitely, this week right now is going to be massive. We got CPI data coming out, I believe, on Wednesday, and then we got Jerome Powell speaking on Thursday, and we got some other Fed speakers speaking this week, and we got like a lot of earnings for a lot of big tech companies. So definitely, it's going to be a massive week. So yeah, it's going to be very volatile, but I do believe the local lows are in. We might retrace a little bit. Hopefully, Bitcoin could hold above 100,000. But if we do drop a little bit above 100,000, if we do drop a little bit below 100,000, don't get scared, don't get bearish. We might go all the way down to 99 or 98K. But I do believe we'll bounce back quickly, and I do believe we'll be trending upwards. I do believe we're in the beginning phases of the parabolic bull run for Bitcoin and altcoins. So yeah, so remain bullish. This is not the time to be bearish. Let's see. I want to show you this chart real quick. Oh wait, before we, let me go to X real quick. I already showed you the Bitcoin dominance. So let me. I want to show you this chart here, which shows it pretty clear too. I like Sensei in X. He has pretty cool charts. So definitely. Let me see. Let me show you this chart right here. Let me see. Where's it at? Here it is right here. This is a chart I want to show you. It's the Bitcoin dominance chart, but the way Sensei did it here is pretty cool because he has the 2016, 2017 cycle. He has a 2021 cycle, and he has this current 2024, 2025 Bitcoin dominance cycle. The one on the left, it topped off here in the beginning of 2017. The Bitcoin dominance topped off over 100% for Bitcoin dominance, and then that was the time to buy altcoins. That was the beginning of the altcoin season in 2017. And then it basically bottomed out. Like in late 2017. And that marked the end of the altcoin season. But all through the drop was the time to buy altcoin seasons, to buy altcoins for 2017 cycle. And then the one in the middle top right here, the top came in December 28, 2020. That marked the top of the Bitcoin dominance. It topped off at 73%, and then it started dropping off. And it basically it bottomed out over here around May of 2021, and it remained low from May 2021 all the way to November 2021. That's what these lows are right here, because remember the 2021 cycle had a double peak for Bitcoin. So the altcoins had a double run. Some altcoins topped off in May, but some altcoins topped off with Bitcoin in November. So that's why the Bitcoin dominance remained low from May 2021 to November 2021. And then after November 2021, the Bitcoin dominance started rising again, and it basically the bear market came in. And then now fast forward here to the third top right here. The Bitcoin dominance has been climbing, and it looks like we topped off right here on May 7th, 2025. The Bitcoin dominance topped off at 65.48% on May 7th, 2025, and now we've been dropping. Right now we're at 62%. So I do believe the Bitcoin dominance is going to start dropping, falling off the cliff, just like this little squiggly white line shows. And we're basically headed for our altcoin season. So right now while the Bitcoin dominance is high, is the time to buy. I mean, the time to buy was at April 7, April 8, all of April. When the Bitcoin dominance was at 65%. That was the time to buy, but it's still really good. I mean, a lot of the altcoins are still going to run, and a lot of altcoins still haven't had their major run. So definitely, right now is the time to buy your favorite altcoin. So definitely, I do believe the Bitcoin dominance is going to start dropping, and that's going to kick in the true altcoin season. So yeah, I wanted to show you this chart real quick. Let's see what other chart here Crypto Sensei has. This is a cool post by Sensei. Not Crypto Sensei, it's just Sensei. See, Sensei, just Sensei. But this is a cool post right here. He reposted a post by Jim Cramer. It looks like Jim Cramer posted on May 12, 2025 at 3:03 p.m. He posted Ethereum will never hit $10,000. So what does that mean? You know, we're always inverse Cramer here. Basically, it's time to buy Ethereum. That basically guarantees, in my opinion, that Ethereum will hit $10,000 this cycle. Just like Sensei says, it says Ethereum $10,000 price confirmed, because we go inverse Cramer here. If Jim Cramer says Ethereum will never hit 10,000K, it's almost guaranteed that Ethereum will hit 10,000K. I mean, so there you go. Let's see what else we got here. There's another cool little chart right here by Sensei. This is the others chart right here. The others BTC chart. Others is basically all the altcoins besides Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the top 10 cryptocurrencies. Basically all the altcoins, except Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the top 10 big caps. But basically, what I like about it, it shows in 2018 how basically the others BTC chart, it bottomed out in 2017, in the beginning of 2017, and then it started going up. So that's when we got the true altcoin season. The second altcoin season was in 2021. In the beginning of 2021, the other BTC bottomed out, and then we started going up for the true altcoin season. And now we're getting ready for our third altcoin season here in 2025. Basically, it's hit the trend line right here. The other BTC hit the trend line. That the other two altcoin season are marking. And now with this third altcoin season, it's in line for the altcoins to go parabolic, and we're about to go up on others BTC, and that'll basically mean that the altcoin season is gonna start pumping, baby. So get ready, guys. We're about ready to start pumping. Pump it up, baby. Pump up the altcoins, baby. Pump up the alts. Pump it up. Pump it, baby. Come on, baby. We want the altcoins to moon. Get the altcoins to start mooning. Let's get the altcoins mooning. Alright, baby. So yeah, the altcoins are going to start mooning, baby. I do believe the true altcoin season is beginning. This is another cool chart by Sensei. Basically, Bitcoin already started, pumping. It's been pumping ever since Trump got elected in November 5th, 2024. Bitcoin's been running. It went from like $64,000 all the way up to 109K. Right now we're at 102K, and now it's Ethereum turn to run. So we're about to start running for Ethereum. Bitcoin pumps first, then Ethereum, then the big caps, then the middle caps, and then the low caps, and then the micro caps. All right, so the cool chart right here. Ethereum is about to start pumping. Here's your buddy, the orange man, and your buddy, the red man. That would be Trump and Xi. They're definitely shaking hands. They just made a deal under trade deal. I just want to show you that picture. See what else we got here. There's another cool picture here by Sensei. So this is what the next 3 to 6 months look like for crypto. Nothing but green, baby. Let the green shipments come in. Nothing but green shipments coming in for crypto and your altcoins in Bitcoin, guys. For the next 3 to 6 months, we shouldn't see nothing but green on Bitcoin and most cryptos. Now the bull run, I do believe the current bull run is the beginning right now, but it should last anywhere from 3 months to 6 months. It might end in 3 months, it might end in 6 months. But I do believe the Bitcoin top is coming in sometime either in August, September, October of 2025. And I do believe the Bitcoin top, the Bitcoin price, either in August, September, October, will come in somewhere between $180K and $250,000. That's going to be the Bitcoin top, somewhere between $180K and $250,000 for Bitcoin. sometime in August, September, October 2025, baby. Let's see what else we got here. Um, see what else we got here. Here's the Bitcoin returns for 2025. Quarter one, January, February, and March were bearish. We were, down 11% for quarter one. But quarter two, baby, April and the little bit of May we got, we're already up 26%. So probably I expect quarter two and quarter three at least to be green. So I do expect, the next, like 4 months to be green, and we should see a green quarter two and a green quarter three. So there you go. Pump it up, baby. Pump up the cryptos. Pump it up. Pump up the Bitcoin. Pump up the altcoins. Pump up the Bitcoin. Pump up the cryptos. Pump it up. All right. Let's get ready for altcoin season 2.0, baby. So there you go. This is what is this? The Bitcoin dominance. The Bitcoin dominance is dropping, and that's gonna pump up the altcoin seasons. So there you go. Let's see what else we got here by Crypto Sensei. Okay. Oh, there's a cool chart right here. So yeah, don't fall into the bear trap. I do believe we're in a bear trap right here. We've been pumping, in crypto. This was the bear trap here. The first one is this 40x versus 40x. This first bear trap right here, this first red arrow, basically was a big old bear trap. And, in 2017, the beginning, and then we had a big old 40x, pump from Bitcoin to the upside. But there is diminishing returns on the 2021 cycle. In 2021, we had the big old bear trap in the beginning of 2021. And then, after the bear trap, Bitcoin pumped to the upside, 10x to the upside. So there you go. So definitely don't fall into the bear trap, or else you'll miss the X to the upside. Now we're in 2025. We're in this big old bear trap. We're coming out of the bear trap. Now there are diminishing returns. In 2017, we had a 40x pump after the bear trap. In 2021, we had a 10x pump, to the upside after the bear trap. And now we are probably going to have a less, than a 10x to the upside. I think the Bitcoin top will probably come in anywhere between 180k and 250k. So it's definitely not going to be a 10x to the upside. From this current price of 102,000, we might see basically a 100% move. So a 2x. We'll probably see a 2x move to the upside. Maybe somewhere around like 200 and and $4,000. Maybe as high as 250k. Again, I do believe the Bitcoin top is going to come in somewhere between 180k and $250,000 for the Bitcoin top this cycle, and it's going to come in sometime either in August, September, or October 2025. So yeah, remain bullish in the market, guys. We're basically in the bear trap. Don't fall into the bear trap. We're getting ready to make a big old parabolic move to the upside for Bitcoin and your favorite altcoin for most of the good cryptos. So yeah, remain bullish. Don't fall into the bear trap. Don't listen to the bears out there. You don't want to fall into the bear trap. You don't want to listen to the bears out there. Don't listen to the FUD out there. We're just in a minor retracement right now. I mean, Bitcoin has been going up for the last month. Right now, we're at current price of $102,486. We topped off today at $105,787, and the low for today is $100,700. According to Coinbase chart, we're already bouncing back at $102,514. So yeah, don't listen to the bears. Everything's looking bullish. The USA and China, they're agreeing on a trade deal. Again, in case you don't know, I already announced it in the beginning, but in case you missed it, the USA and China, they agreed on a 90-day, tariff cut. They're cutting back the tariffs 115%. The USA had a 145% tariff on China. So after the 115% tariff cut, now they have a 30% tariff rate on China, and the China before the tariff cut for 90 days, they were charging the USA imports 125% tariff, but now after the 150% tariff rate cut, now they're charging the U.S. Imports into China 10%. So that's really good. Definitely good news for the USA and China, because they want to both get back into business. They don't want to lose money, and that's good for the world, and that's good for cryptos and stocks. Stocks are up, today. Crypto is up today, just having a minor retracement, but we all know that's how crypto moves. It goes up and it retraces, and it gets ready for the next leg up. It doesn't move up in a straight line, but I do expect a major parabolic move to the upside coming in at any time. So get ready, remain bullish in the market. Don't listen to the bears out there. Help a brother out, help me out. I have a small channel right now, but I'm trying to grow the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Think about joining the Patreon if you want exclusive access to my microcap gems. The link is in the description. There's still a lot of good microcap gems out there. Join the Patreon so you can get access to the microcap gems that haven't moon yet. So definitely, think about joining the Patreon. All right, well that's it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is Top Crypto Bull signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.